Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel True Wellness Hub. Imagine being over 70, walking confidently on uneven ground, standing on one leg to put on your shoes, and never worrying about falling. In Japan, many seniors do exactly that. They don't rely on gyms, machines, or intense workouts. They use simple leg training that quietly rewires balance and strength from the ground up. In many countries, falling is considered an unavoidable part of aging. As people get older, they're told to be careful, to move less, to sit more. But in Japan, the mindset is very different. Aging is not seen as something that automatically weakens you. Instead, it's treated as a stage of life that simply requires smarter movement. And that belief shows up clearly in how Japanese seniors train their legs. Here's something surprising. Japan has one of the longest life expectancies in the world, but more importantly, they have one of the highest rates of independent seniors. Many people well into their 80s and even 90s still shop, cook, clean, garden, and walk daily. Researchers who study aging often notice the same thing. These seniors don't necessarily have big muscles, but they have excellent balance, strong legs, and fast reflexes. That combination is what prevents falls. To understand how they do this, we need to understand what actually causes falls in older adults. Most people assume it's weak muscles alone, but that's only part of the picture. Falls usually happen because of three things working together: reduced leg strength, slower reaction time, and poor balance awareness. In Japan, simple leg training is designed to target all three at once. Instead of isolating muscles the way gym machines do, Japanese seniors focus on movements that mimic real life: standing up, sitting down, shifting weight from one leg to the other, turning, stepping back, and these are the moments when falls usually happen. So that's where the training happens too. One of the most common habits starts with something everyone does every day: standing up from the floor or a low seat. In traditional Japanese homes, many people still sit on the floor to eat or relax. That means they stand up and sit down dozens of times a day without even thinking about it. This motion strengthens the thighs, hips, and glutes, which are the main muscles responsible for balance and fall prevention. But here's the key difference. They don't rush it. The movement is slow and controlled. When you stand up slowly, your nervous system has to work harder. Your brain communicates with your feet, ankles, knees, and hips, constantly adjusting to keep you upright. This trains balance at a neurological level, not just a muscular one. Science shows that slow, controlled movements dramatically improve proprioception, which is your body's ability to sense where it is in space. That's one reason Japanese seniors often seem so steady on their feet. They've trained their nervous system for decades through daily movement. Another powerful practice is single-leg standing. Looks almost too simple to matter, but it's one of the most effective balance exercises ever studied. In Japan, this is often done casually while brushing teeth, waiting for water to boil, or standing in line. Just lifting one foot slightly off the ground forces dozens of muscles to engage instantly. The foot muscles grip the floor, the ankle stabilizes, the hip fires, the core tightens. Even the eyes and inner ear contribute to keeping you upright. Studies have shown that the ability to stand on one leg is strongly linked to fall risk and even overall longevity. Japanese seniors treat this not as exercise, but as daily hygiene for the nervous system. It's just 30 to 60 seconds per side, repeated a few times a day, is enough to maintain balance reflexes that would otherwise fade with age. What makes this approach so effective is consistency. There's no workout mentality, no pushing to exhaustion, no skipping days. These movements are woven into life itself. That's why they work. Walking is another cornerstone, but again, it's done differently. In Japan, walking is often purposeful and mindful. Seniors walk to the store, to the park, to visit friends, but they also pay attention to posture and foot placement. Not exaggerated. The arms swing freely. The head stays upright. This keeps the center of gravity aligned over the legs, reducing the risk of trips and stumbles. Many older Japanese adults also practice walking on slightly uneven surfaces, like garden paths or park trails. This gently challenges balance without being dangerous. When the ground isn't perfectly flat, the feet and ankles must adapt constantly. Over time, this builds resilience. It's like teaching the body to expect the unexpected. Contrast that with what happens when someone only walks on smooth indoor floors or relies heavily on chairs and support. The balance system gets lazy. Then one small obstacle, a curb, a rug, a wet floor, becomes a serious threat. Another subtle but powerful habit is controlled knee bending, not deep squats, but partial bends done slowly while holding onto a table or wall if needed. This strengthens the quadriceps and knees while reinforcing alignment. The knees track over the toes, the weight stays centered, and the movement remains pain-free. This kind of training protects the joints while building confidence in movement. Confidence is critical. Fear of falling is one of the biggest predictors of actual falls. When someone becomes afraid, they move stiffly. They hesitate. They overcorrect. That tension disrupts balance. Japanese seniors reduce fear by constantly reminding their bodies, "I can handle this movement." Every slow stand, every gentle step, every moment on one leg reinforces that message. Breathing also plays a role. Many of these movements are paired with calm, steady breathing. This keeps the nervous system relaxed. When breathing is smooth, balance improves. When breathing is shallow and rushed, balance suffers. It's not just physical, it's neurological. There's also a cultural element worth mentioning. In Japan, taking care of the body is seen as a lifelong responsibility, not something you start when problems appear. Seniors don't wait for weakness to show up. They maintain function every day, the same way they brush their teeth or clean their homes. This mindset removes pressure and replaces it with patience. Over time, these simple leg training habits add up. Stronger thighs mean better shock absorption. Responsive ankles mean quicker corrections. Better balance awareness means fewer surprises, and fewer surprises mean fewer falls. What's most encouraging is that these benefits aren't limited to people who grew up this way. Research shows that even starting these simple practices later in life can significantly reduce fall risk in just a few months. The nervous system remains adaptable well into old age, as long as it's gently challenged. And this brings us to something very important. Preventing falls isn't about becoming stronger than you were at 30. It's about becoming more aware, more controlled, and more connected to your body now. When you look at how Japanese seniors maintain balance and prevent falls, what stands out most is not any single exercise, but the philosophy behind it. There's no rush to fix aging, no obsession with pushing limits. Instead, there's quiet respect for the body and a deep understanding that small movements, done often, shape how we age. Strong legs are important, but balance is really about communication. It's the constant conversation between your feet and your brain, your hips and your spine, your breath and your nervous system. Japanese-style leg training keeps that conversation alive. Every slow stand from a chair, every moment on one leg, every mindful step tells the body, stay alert, stay capable. This is why falls are not treated as inevitable. They're treated as preventable. It's not through fear, but through familiarity with movement. When your body practices balance every day, even in simple ways, it stops panicking when life throws something unexpected at you. A slippery floor, a sudden turn, a misstep. The body knows how to respond. What's powerful is how accessible this approach is. You don't need special equipment. You don't need a gym. You don't even need a long block of time. These habits fit into daily life. Standing on one leg while brushing your teeth, rising slowly instead of pushing yourself up with your hands, walking with awareness instead of distraction. These moments quietly rebuild strength and confidence. And confidence may be the most underrated factor of all. When seniors trust their legs, they move more. They move more, they stay stronger. And they stay stronger, the fear of falling fades. It becomes a positive cycle, one that supports independence, dignity, and quality of life. Science supports this, but the real proof is visible on the streets of Japan. Older adults walking upright, carrying groceries, navigating stairs, living fully. Not because they avoided aging, but because they trained for it gently, patiently, and consistently. The most important takeaway is this: it's never too late to start. Balance can improve at any age. The nervous system can relearn stability. The legs can become reliable again. All it takes is intention and repetition. So instead of asking how hard you should exercise, a better question might be, how often can you remind your body to stay awake, steady, and strong? That simple shift in thinking may be the strongest step you take toward preventing falls and aging with confidence.